My goal is to keep you out of the doctor's office, including my own. But sometimes there are some stubborn cases that won't get the magical relief that others get from all of these steps that you've taken so far. And in that case, it is critical that you find the right provider for you. So I'm going to talk you through what to look for in a provider, what they should be doing with you at their visits so that they aren't wasting your time and you can get the quickest results possible. So I've found that for athletes who are dealing with Mortons Neuroma for a little while, they've tried all of the home care tips that we previously discussed. Graston is incredibly useful. And what Graston is basically using a metal instrument to get in there and do what we were pointing at with the Sharpie. But the thing about the metal instrument is it creates a higher vibration. You can feel it in the tool when you're getting close to the areas where you have more adhesions. So we can get in there and we have specific size tools to work all around where that nerve is entrapped. It works really well. The other thing we can do is what's called gua sha. And gua sha is a similar idea where we're using an instrument or a tool to get in there, and there's all different types of shapes which allow us to work that area to free up that nerve. Sometimes we'll add in some movement as we're working the muscle to try to what's called active release therapy or active release technique to get even more flexibility in there to recreate the irritation which happens when you're under load, because sometimes people can get some relief with these home exercises and they can walk around in their house barefoot on hardwood floor, but then when they lace up their shoes, even if it's the right shoe, when they start pounding on it, the irritation is too great for them to be able to run and play and do the things that they love. So that leads us to orthotics. And orthotics is a little bit of a controversial topic. Many people have very strong opinions about orthotics. And let me talk to you about what my vision is on orthotics. Orthotics are not for everyone, but if your arches are collapsed and they're not supporting the bones of the foot, all 26 bones, then that puts a lot of pressure onto the nerves. Now, as I mentioned before, we could do some type of movements with the ball. If you see a specialist, a chiropractor can get in there and do specific chiropractic adjustments to free up that area. But if it feels like the pain is coming back again and again and again, then that means your feet are not supported when you're under load. So that's where the orthotic comes in. So like I mentioned before, in a custom orthotic, its goal is to support your foot the way your foot is. So this one supports all three arches of the foot. Most shoes just support this medial arch. But in Morton's, it's this arch up top that is really the one that's collapsing and irritating that nerve. So getting you in a custom orthotic that allows the foot to move, and I love that these are flexible and allow the foot to move the way they should, versus being a hard, rigid piece of plastic that kind of locks you in place. So orthotics, not for everyone, but if your feet are not supporting your arches, it is a game changer. And the thing I would say on custom orthotics or any orthotics, even over-the-counter orthotics, the trick is make sure that they are returnable. So even our custom orthotics, you're allowed to return them for the first few months. We want to make sure they're right for you, and we do not want to waste your money. I've seen people buy 4 or 5 over-the-counter orthotics that did not work for them, and they just sit in their closets. And especially, you don't want to deal with that when you spend a few $100 on a custom orthotic. Thanks so much for joining us. I really hope that this helps get you out of some of the pain that you're experiencing right now. I know how hard it is to be away from the thing that you love, and boy oh boy does your stress level raise right through the roof. If you're still looking for some at-home tricks and tips, we have 2 other Mortons Neuroma videos which covers a slightly different angle and approach than what this video covered. So definitely feel free to dig into those. We'll have a link to that above. And the goal there is to avoid invasive surgeries, which can take you out of doing your sport for extended periods of time. Let us know what worked for you in the comment section below. Our goal is really to nurture the community. YouTube has really helped me with lots of different projects and conundrums that I've had. So it's been an honor to try to provide some resources to all of you. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. We try to put out content regularly. If you have questions and you write those in the comments below, it does help sculpt what we put out next. And if you're ever in California, we do see people from out of state, and we sculpt a specific care plan that revolves around them just being in town for 2 to 3 days. So if you're ever interested in that, we'll put a link below as well for you to dig into understanding what it would be like to see us if you ever decided to do that. But until the next video, thank you all for watching, and we look forward to seeing you again.